Tato Talava, and thank you again for joining us today. Today we're speaking to contestant number 6, all the way from New Zealand, introducing Mariana. Tato Talava, Mariana, how are you today?
I'm feeling really well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's been a busy day, but...
I bet it's been a long day for you.
Well, it's been a long day for you as well.
Both of us then.
So for our audience, Mariana, can you tell us your story, tell us about yourself?
Feagaimaali'i. Talava, Samoa. My name is Mariana Olivia Kausi Sititi, Luasaful Maleona Utausanga. Leuta Masau mai nu'unei o Alafua, Tufulele, Masafa ato Alefanga. O Lotina sau mai nu'unei o Botasi Feagaimaali'i ma Lotopa. I am your contestant number 6 and I am sponsored by Tapa Creation.
So Mariana, can you tell me, how does it feel like to be back home in Samoa?
There are actually no words. I think as soon as I arrived in Samoa, everything just felt lighter for me. Something about being home makes it so much more special. I can talk about how I know of Samoa when I'm in New Zealand, but there's something so different when you're actually in Samoa itself and being surrounded by the environment and the life here. So I feel really grateful.
Can you tell us about your motivation to join the pageant? Like, what's the reason you joined the pageant this year?
Yes. For me, a big part of why I joined was coming back home and trying to know who I am as a Tamaitai Samoa. So I was born in Samoa, but I was brought up in New Zealand and other parts of the world. But in doing so, it made me appreciate my culture even more. So coming back here was a big part of why I wanted to run, just to know who I am and to know who I am becoming. Another reason why I wanted to run is because I'm 26 and I'm not getting any younger. So I didn't want to regret not going for the pageant this year before it's too late. So I really wanted to take the opportunity as it came by.
Well, if you look on the bright side of it as well, you're also back home in Samoa. And I know you're happy to be sharing this journey with your sisters in the pageant.
Yes.
How's that been so far? Now, talking about that, you just came back from a retreat in Botasi Feagaimaali'i, which is also where you're from. How was that like for you joining your fellow sisters on a vacation?
Yes.
Well, I'd say a Samoan vacation. And having a mentorship program from some of Samoa's greatest leaders.
Right. It was so humbling. Such a great opportunity. First, because I didn't know that we were going to Botasi Feagaimaali'i. So when we got there, I saw it was my mom's village. So in the same place that we held the retreat, that was the same place where my mom and her siblings were brought up. And we had an awa ceremony and my uncle was there too, and he was a big part of accepting us and hosting us, really. So I felt really humbled and I messaged my mom straight away. I was like, Mom, we're here in your village. Really good. And then the whole retreat itself was a blessing because it gave us the opportunity to step away from the busyness of the schedule and just strip away all the parts of ourselves, and we really got to know each other, the sisters, the pageant sisters and I. And then the mentorship. So it was a relaxing retreat, but also really productive.
Did you enjoy doing the chores? I heard you guys did the chores.
I actually did. Hey, we went, as soon as we woke up, we did our fi'aus, we cleaned the faleo'o, we picked up the lapisi outside. See, where we are, Tamaitai Samoa.
I'm pretty sure your family must have been so happy.
I hope so.
And you're doing it in your village as well.
That's it. Yes.
It's good that you went back home. Not only you came to Samoa, you went to your village, and that's a blessing.
That is a blessing.
So, Mariana, here's my main question for you. It's always been a dream for you to go to the Miss Samoa pageant. Like you said, you'd rather do it now than regret it later. So next week, you'll finally be living that dream by walking on that stage. So if you are to be crowned the next Miss Samoa, how are you going to use that platform to bring to the attention of people what you advocate for?
Thank you for the question. My passion has always been in education and in serving the youth. And I really want to encourage our youth to be reminded of how important our education is, both in schools, but also at home. So for me, my education and my first teachers were my parents, and they're the ones who taught me how to do the fe'aus. They're the ones who taught me how to speak Samoan. They're the ones who instilled that foundation and the values that we have as who we are. That's something that I want to encourage and remind our youth today, but also to remind them that there's so much opportunities out there, and also to believe in themselves, and that no dream is too far of a stretch for them to achieve.
It's a great and inspiring story, Mariana. Coming from New Zealand, it wasn't an easy journey. We planned it for a while. So would you like to give thanks to everyone that has helped you?
Yes, I do. So I've, you know the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And so in this experience, it really does for me. So I'd like to thank my parents, especially my siblings who are supporting me. They're not here with me in Samoa, but I know they're supporting me. My extended families, my uncles, my aunties, my cousins, my nieces, my nephews, and then my media team, my designing team, Puletasi team, talent team, everyone who's helped me along the way, and my sponsor as well for sponsoring me in this competition. But most importantly,
now today we are speaking to none other than Miss Samoa Queensland, Laurona. Talava, Laurona.
Talava, Marc.
How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So Laurona, you come all the way from Queensland, Australia, of all audiences. Can you tell us your story?
So I was born in Napier, New Zealand. I was born and raised in Auckland. About 3 or 2 years ago, I moved to Brisbane, Queensland, and now I'm here.
So how does it feel like to be back home in Samoa? When was the last time you came back home before the pageant?
I was here 4 years ago. So the last time I came was 4 years ago. I came with my mum, and that was the first and last time I came. But being back, it's been a real eye-opener, seeing the people, the culture, meeting new girls, and the amazing teams that we have. It's just really humbling to come back, and I'm really grateful to be back too.
Well, welcome back home.
Thank you.
So can you also tell us, what was your motivation to join this year's Miss Samoa pageant?
So my ancestor, his name is Lawaki Namalaulumamoe. So he was one of the first chiefs back, leading the Maupule movement. So everyone knows his name. He's a very inspirational person. He had a big impact on our people. And so I feel like he paved the way for me to be who I am today. And with his guide, I'm hoping to use that in my own way to inspire the next generation to come.
You just came back from a 2-day retreat from Feagaimaali'i, getting mentorship programs from women leaders in Samoa, and also spending time with your sisters in the pageant. Can you tell us about the trip to Feagaimaali'i?
The trip to Feagaimaali'i was so beautiful. It's one of my core memories, because upon my 11 pageant sisters, I am the youngest. And just seeing how they shine in their own way, I've learned so much from them, and the committee itself, it's been really inspiring. So I look up to my older sisters a lot, and they teach me new things every day.
It's great to hear. It's great to hear you guys had fun as well. I heard it wasn't really a vacation. You guys...
No, it wasn't.
It was a Samoan vacation.
It was a Samoan vacation, exactly.
I heard you guys were picking up the rubbish every day.
Yeah, yeah. But it was so beautiful to see, like, just to experience the real culture of Samoa, to see how people show the values of a Samoan, like alofa, fa'aloalo, tautua, and to see the community come together, the team come together, my sisters come together. It's been really heartwarming and touching, and so I've learned so much, not just from my pageant sisters, but from the Onamea production themselves and the village just the village. It's been really beautiful.
I'll assume that this is something that you'll bring back to Queensland and teach some of the young talents in Samoa.
100%. I got really emotional when we were doing the other ceremony. Just being back in your homeland, on Samoa ground, it's just really inspiring. And to see that for people that's overseas, it's not something you experience every day. So it's just really heart touching, and I want to be able to share with other generations and my community and more people.
I know it's been a dream of yours to be part of the Miss Samoa pageant for a long time. So if you want to be crowned the next Miss Samoa, how are you going to use that platform to bring to the attention of people what you are advocating for?
I would use the platform to shine more light on the topics that we leave in the dark. I feel like there's so many things that are left unsaid or in the dark. To have people that brings those topics to the light, and have an action for it to help people, the next generation, even the adults as well. Just shedding light on topics that are not really brought to light as much.
That's great to hear. You've come a long way from Australia to Samoa to be part of this year's Miss Samoa pageant, and this journey wasn't done alone. So do you have anyone you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my committee for supporting me every step of the way. I'd like to thank my grandpa, who was my best friend. He's helped me a lot, not just in my Miss Samoa pageant journey, but with life in general. I'd like to thank my parents for raising me to be the Tamaitai Samoa that I am today, my siblings, and my family back in Brisbane, my Haven House Church.
That's all the questions I have for you today. I wish you all the best in the pageant next week.
Talava. Thank you.
Welcome back to another episode of meeting this year's Digital Miss Samoa Pageant Contestants 2025. Now joining me today is Miss Lavas Culture, Sina, Molynn, Talava, Sina.
Talava, Marc.
How are you today?
Feeling great. Awesome.
So Sina, for our audiences, can you introduce yourself and the village you come from? Tell us about your story as well.
Talava, Samoa. My name is Sina Molynn. I'm 25 years of age, and I hailed from the beautiful villages, most spectacular of Tawhitoala Safata, Sia'iniu, Salimufangaloa, Bia, Sina, and Asau in the Big Island of Savali. And I am proudly sponsored by Lavas Couture. Such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Now, there's quite a lot of local contestants this year, and you are one of them. So how does that feel like?
Amazing, very much grateful, and above all, humble to be one of the local contestants. Born and being raised in Samoa, in the rural area, the Guabak and the Kuwaits. We're the strong ones though. Yes, I'm very much grateful for such opportunity. Who am I to be one of the local contestants? I'm so grateful for such opportunity. Such a rare opportunity, but you know the saying, when you get it, go for it.
Well, that's great to hear that you're one of the local contestants here. So, can you tell us, what was the motivation of joining this year's Miss Samoa pageant?
Thank you, Marc. Well, growing up as a young Tamaitai Samoa, born and being raised in Samoa, the Miss Samoa pageant platform has always been an inspiration for me, ever since a young girl. I've looked up to it as a motivation for me, inspiring. And over the years, I thought to myself, Sina, when would you join? When would you be one of those contestants? Then this year has arrived, 2025. I chose to run, be part of this very unlikely to have an opportunity like this. To serve. I vow to be a servant leader for Samoa, especially the youth, to listen, to support, and work tirelessly to make the most of it and to bring the best for Samoa and of course the youth of Samoa.
That's great to hear. Now, speaking of busy weeks, it's just the start of the pageant. Now, you just got back from a 2-day retreat in Feagaimaali'i.
Yes.
And I heard it wasn't a vacation.
Yes. It wasn't.
You learned a lot there. Now, I heard you met all the people, the community. You also received a mentorship program. Can you speak about that?
Oh, it was such a lovely opportunity to experience Feagaimaali'i. Because I'm from Safata, I know the culture. I was raised and being raised from the rural side of the country. I know everything about it, and it was the basics, and that's what Botasi Feagaimaali'i has offered us, and also the mentoring. The mentoring was such a good opportunity. The older ones that came before us helped us, inspired us, motivated us, and also to equip us. They did equip us to become the best of us, to open up, to express who we are, be ourselves, learn the basics of being a young Tamaitai Samoa, the culture, the people, the fa'aloalo, the va. Such an experience, and it was amazing. Words can't explain it. Once in a lifetime opportunity, and yes, it was amazing. I felt so grateful, and I'm very much thankful for such opportunity.
It's good to hear you had fun and you learned a lot.
Oh yes, I did.
So this is my main question. Now, of course, it's been a dream of yours to be part of the Miss Samoa pageant for a very long time.
Yeah.
Next week, you will be on that stage. So if you are to be the next Miss Samoa, how are you going to use that platform to bring to the attention of people what you are advocating for?
First and foremost, the youth empowerment movement. I've always dreamed of that movement. Such powerful, because the youth of Samoa, they're not only the future, but they're also the present. The present determines the future. I believe when the young Samoans know who they are, who they serve, and where they come from, they can rise to any obstacles in life. Any challenge that can come their way, they're there ready to overcome it. And also, above all, the basics and the foundations of our faith in God. Because God, obviously, is the center. He should be the first, the center, and of course the last. He's the Alpha, he's the Omega. Proverbs talks about it being... Proverbs talks about God being your director that shows direction if you trust in Him. So I encourage the Samoan youth with this initiative and this movement with the youth of Samoa to, let God be the center of their lives. And because nowadays the youth are being caught between the pool of modernization, technology, and all of that, and also the beauty of our traditions, but they're now in confusion and all of that. But I believe when they know who they serve, who they are, they can rise to any challenge. Whatever comes their way, they can fight for it, and they can make it through. I believe so. Thank you.
Very motivational to hear. You still have a long journey ahead.
Oh yes.
And I know it didn't take one person to bring you here.
Yes.
So do you have anyone you'd like to thank?
Thank you. I would love to express my gratitude to my sponsor, Lavash Couture, Titus Stowers, Agnes Stowers, and my team for believing in me that, I could have made it because of them. I could have made it because without them. With them, I can do it. Because of their support, their love, and their faith in me, I'm here today. My families, friends, and all of my supporters, I thank you for all the motivations that you've given me along the week, and most especially to my parents. Thank you for being there for me always. Thank you so much. May God bless you all, and I love you all too. Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thanks.
So Miss Samoa pageant contestants 2025. Now today we have the contestant all the way from the Falealili district, Miss Falealili, Julia Liulangi Leuta. Tato for Julia, how are you?
I'm good. Talava for Marc. How are you?
I'm fine. I know it's been a busy day for you guys.
It is. It's so busy. The schedule is very tight, but we are so excited getting to know each other, for the past few days.
Well, you should get some rest. The pageant's just started. 2 weeks.
It's gonna be a lot of fun with the girls.
So, Julia, can you tell us about yourself? Tell the audience who you are, where you're from.
Talava. My name is Julia Liulangi Leuta. Ia o te sau mai leitu malo mamawa leitu o Falealili. Ia inu o Salani sa talo. Ia o Salani sa talo I Falealili mpotasi. Ia e foi leu itu I leitu a Leuta. Ia le no se o tina sa tito a Leuta. Ia o tino foi nei Samoa. Ia e o mau nei Samoa. Ia o lo avea o mawhaia o ngai leitu malo Falealili. Au alo mawhana o si tato atu nuu te pu e fo ma whawhailele o la te o langa ia wale anga I mai lumo ia o la tau fo ilu mana I ma o la tau ia lui tau ma ia ma mea lai ma la tau te mana na o ia tau la ia o la tau mana o ngalu mana
So, obviously, you're one of the local contestants this year. So, how does it feel to be the local?
Oh, I am so excited to represent the people of our community here in Samoa. I am excited. I am so happy to be part of the pageant this year. It's a new journey. It's a journey to have fun. It's a journey to get to know the contestant from our diaspora. It's after getting to know each other. It feels like it's more of like a sisterhood and it's not a competition. But yeah, I think that's all.
So what motivated you to do this year's pageant?
Oh, this is a good question. Before joining the Miss Samoa, I have it as a mission years back. Way back, I've dreamed to join the Miss Samoa pageant. But I was thinking of going straight to the Miss Samoa pageant instead of joining the district pageant. But, we had different thoughts from what God has for us. So He called me way back to go back to serve our community in Falealili. And that's where it motivated me to join the Miss Falealili pageant. Yeah. To join the Miss Falealili pageant, and I'm here to represent my people of Falealili to this pageant this year. That's what motivated me.
Now, speaking of Falealili, I know you guys just got back from a 2-day retreat from Pokasi Falealili.
Yes.
What was that like? You went home, you brought your sisters to your home. You also had a mentorship program with great women leaders from Samoa. So what was that like for you?
It's a very emotional question. It feels so humbling going back home, listening to all these women sharing their stories, sharing their journeys from the young age to where they are now. Some were from the law community, some were from women community, some were once pageantry queens, and it's lovely to have them inspired and give us confidential information for us to boost our confidence in terms of pageantry. And it's lovely to have the girls witness the beautiful people of Falealili and the way our culture is perceived and introduced back at our home. We woke up every morning, we pick up the rubbish, go walking down with no candles to wear. We walk around picking up dirty rubbish around. I know some of the girls are not used to these activities, but that is an approach of our culture to them, especially the girls from the diaspora. That is our way of telling them, this is how Falealili do all the chores every day. They have the opportunity to visit kitchens and they see the umu staff and how our people present fa'aloalos when they come to visit us back at where we were camping, presenting kongas, one of our traditional our fa'aloalo carrying the manufata or what we call it in English a bick. So it's good to have them witness in person. I've seen them watch from online platforms and digital platforms, but now they have seen it in person. And they have witnessed the ayavas from our families back home. It was lovely. It was a lovely camping. And it was an exciting moment bonding with these girls, you know. If it wasn't for the retreat, we couldn't know who's this girl and who's this girl. It was a sisterhood retreat and bonding moments for us, and it was so lovely and it was so exciting. Yeah, we missed each other when we left our community, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, Mimika, because this is my district. Welcome to my home, and this is how we do things here in Feagaimaali'i. Yeah.
So Julia, it's been an inspiring story so far for your journey in pageant. But my final question for you is, next week is the Miss Samoa pageant. And it's always been a dream of yours to become Miss Samoa. If you're to become the next Miss Samoa, how will you use that platform to bring to the attention of people what you are advocating?
I think Miss Samoa platform, it's not about just beauty, right? It's all about beauty with purpose. You have a service to do. Someone that is ready to carry the heaviness of responsibilities that comes with the platform. Responsibility to serve, responsibility to be a role model, responsibility to be a women leader that carries love, the essence of our people, our culture, and that will motivate our younger generation, that will give them the attraction that, you know, oh, well, this girl knows more about Samoa. Well, this girl loves our people. This girl loves to serve our communities with humility and kindness. Her fears, everything that she showcases, and that is what I'm going to advocate, especially as a teacher. I will be advocating that to save our younger generation from the introduction of technology. It's gonna make it's making it worse nowadays. I think you have seen it, our young youth nowadays. In terms of technology, we cannot control it because they have their own homes, right? And somehow if you stay here and you stay at that child is stay there, you cannot drive all the way from your home to stop that child from using phone, right? You cannot do that, right? But I'm using this platform to educate them on how to use these platforms in a way to serve our purpose, which is the purpose to serve, to advocate, to tell the world about Samoa, to tell the world about our culture, to tell the world about Samoa is founded on God, and everything we do is for the glory of God. Thank you so much.
So Julia, you didn't come on the journey alone.
Yeah.
Would you like to give your thanks to anyone?
Yes, definitely. I will acknowledge my parents. I missed them these past 3 days. I haven't seen them since then. My grandparents, my family, all of them that are praying and supporting me from back in Feagaimaali'i and Leota, my spiritual parents, and especially my committee, my sponsor, who woke up every morning trying to get everything ready, and me and myself to look like this in full glam so that it will meet the criteria for age program and age every day. So I just want to thank everyone that supported my journey this far.
Tato Talava, and welcome to another episode of leading this year's Digital Miss Samoa Pageant Contestants 2025. Now we are speaking to contestant number 10, Miss Julie's Pacific, Sia'iniu Fido Hilos. Tato Talava, Sia'iniu. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm feeling really excited about what's next on our agenda. And
You guys have been having a long day.
Oh yes, it is a long day. We just got back from NUS and then we went to Tuki and then to VSP, and yes, we got some really good freebies from the team. But yeah, always appreciative of our sponsors on helping out this event, making this event possible for all of us. Yeah.
It's been a busy schedule and the pageant hasn't even
Oh
started
yeah,
yet.
yeah,
So-
yeah.
So Sia'iniu, I know you hail from the villages of Safotu and Vailopaleata. But for our audiences, can you tell us your story? Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so firstly, my full name is Sia'iniu Sami. I am named after my dad's mother, and she's from Paya Sabai as well. Most of my dominant villages are all in the Mosutele Salafai. Yeah. But I was raised here in Upolu, and for all my life, I'm 24 years of age, and I was raised here 24 years of my life. So mostly my life was evolved around the improvement, next government, next leadership, and basically in Samoa. So I'm Samoan, like a legit local Samoan, and so far, well, I'm happy to be here, and it took a lot of work and it took a lot of passion to try to make it here. Not least to say, having to be seated in an interview like this, and it's been an incredible journey since February. And let me just skip to myself. So yes, that's my name. I'm 24 years of age. I'm your contestant number 10, and I am proudly sponsored by Julie Specific, which is a company called Damikan. This is just one of their brands, and they have many other brands, but they have picked this brand specifically for me to market. And it's been a wonderful journey ever since I got awarded with the sponsor in February 2025. And a lot happened. A lot has happened, and I still have the privilege to come here and represent my family, represent myself, and to also tell my story, where I came from, why I'm like this, my values, and how I was raised in our family. Yeah, thank you.
So how does it feel like to be the local contestant?
Okay. It feels really good. It feels amazing because there's a total of 6 of us, and generally this has always been a dream. When I was 6 years old, I would usually watch the Miss Samoa pageant on TV back when we had those huge ass TV in Samoa, and I was really inspired when I was 6 years old. Inspired how I was told by my family that I'm too young to run. Well, thank the Lord, I'm here now.
So that was the motivation.
Yeah, that was the motivation. So I'm here now.
You're living your dream.
Living my dream. A Miss Samoa contestant. Didn't even think it was gonna come true, but surprisingly,
Here you are now.
yeah, I'm here now, and yeah, it's been amazing, and it's a privilege to be a local contestant, and I feel like I'm here not just for myself. I'm also representing our local girls that doesn't feel worthy of coming here. Most of our local girls, they feel like they don't have the beauty for it, they don't have the resources for it, they don't have the money for it, especially the money. But if I could advocate for hope, that's why I'm here. I'm advocating for the light that shines when you feel like it's not impossible to happen. Here I am. It was through a lot of prayers, a lot of work, a lot of hard work, because I had to work really hard trying to get this sponsor. And throughout my life since primary school, because I was educated back at our village at Vailopaleata from year 1 to year 8, and then the Lord also blessed us as well. I made it to Samoa College, which is a dream college for all our local students, and it is a privilege to live such a life. And I also want to advocate as hope for these sort of platforms. Even if you don't have the resources, continue to pray, continue to hope, continue to work, because you are more than worthy to be here. You were made to be a Tamaita'i Samoa. You were made to be perfect in the eyes of the Lord, and you're perfect just the way you are.
I'm like this, so don't be like, don't go out if trying to be like, I want to be Sia'iniu, I want to be Leota, I want to be Mariana. I'm here today because I will only be the Sia'iniu. I will only be the Sia'iniu in this whole wide world, and nothing can change that. And that's the privilege of actually being a local contestant, to have the heart, to have the soul, and to have the passion to be here. And it takes a lot of courage and guts to be here. And yes, and to go against our, no offense to our overseas contestants, they are beautiful ladies. They've also come here with their own stories. They've also came here with their own skills and knowledge and values they were brought up. Even if we were raised differently, we are still Samoans, and we carry that with so much pride. And don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be a Palangi. Don't try to be other islanders. Don't try to be a Tongan. Be proud that you're Samoan, and it takes a lot of blessings to be Samoan. Yeah.
So, Sia'iniu, when you first joined the pageant, areas or topics that you wanted to highlight?
Okay. So, growing up in Samoa, I think the problem I have identified is that not many people are well educated in the heart, the mind, the soul, and the spirit. So me deciding to say yes to the sponsor first and saying yes to myself to come here was a testament that I'm here to advocate for quality education. And surprisingly, I picked that topic on Monday. I was like, another funny story was, we had our practice throughout the past few weeks, and I keep telling my team, I think I want to be number 10 or 11, either those two. And then I picked number 10. That was I don't think it was a coincidence. Like I said, I'm a local contestant, and through everything that I've come across and all the achievements that I've had, it was through a lot of prayers, a lot of work, and it comes down to how much you believe in yourself and how much you believe in the goodness of the Lord. And let me go back to our question, which is the topics. Okay, so I'm interested in advocating for quality education because I believe in the essence of having great leadership. And when we want good leaders, we need to nurture them, not only in the subjects that we teach, but we also need to teach ethics to them. We need to make sure the long term of the impacts that they're gonna have is gonna last longer for the next generations. I think there's a huge gap. I also think there's a huge gap in for our children, such as from year 5 to year 13 or year 12 now. They have cut it down to year 12. I think there's a huge gap in them in choosing the career path for them. I feel like in year 5, through my own experience, because when I was in year 5, we were taught basics for most of our life, and I feel like we should have also been taught and on areas of work. What are we going to do? How are we going to apply these basics into the working environment? Because that's a lot of years and a lot of money invested into education, but it's not put into actual worth that they will grow and understand of the specific area they want to invest their efforts to. So yes, that's why I chose to advocate for quality education, and basically this whole journey will be about it. Not only to nurture them in their minds, but in their hearts, their souls, and their spirits. Yeah, thank you.
Now I wanted to ask, you all got back from a 2-day retreat at Feagaimaali'i. You met the people, the community, had a mentorship program. So can you give a brief description of how that was?
Okay. That was a great initiative, and like they said, the first ever Miss Samoa contestants to have a camp like that, to have the privilege to go into a village setting, and we were like taught we were actually living in Fa Samoa, but it wasn't new to us the locals, but it was a good reminder to go back to our roots, to go back to how it all started, all the small things, where you wanted to sleep, the things that how you serve our communities. And it was a wonderful experience to see the people of the village. I think that was my highlight. It was the people of the village. They were so heartwarming. The humility and the hospitality. They have served us so good that it makes me feel so humble. That who am I for our adults, our fathers and our mothers to serve us, and that is a reminder that every moment counts. We literally made most of it, because it was once in a lifetime that we get to go and be embraced by Feagaimaali'i, Potasi Feagaimaali'i, and yeah, that was mostly it. That was my highlight from our vacation. Little vacation, but not so much a vacation. And for the mentorship, we were given each a mentor, so we can help. So they can help us navigate into some areas of our chosen topics. So yes, we had very good discussions. It was the best way for us to ask questions in areas that we lack knowledge about and lack experiences about. Well, they have the experience to tell us how was it in their times. So us youths can use it to elevate use innovative skills and innovative ideas to help bring our education system up here. Because I feel like it's down here, but that's why we're called innovators. Youth that are very good in innovating is because we're supposed to bring things up here. And yes, it's been a wonderful experience with Feagaimaali'i Potasi and the mentors as well. A huge thank you to Onomea for that incredible initiative. Not everybody gets to have it, and it felt really good, because when we were being graced with the Fafifianga Ilia Fiafiole Oleso Dua, the children came and sat down, and I was just sitting there in the chair, and I was looking at the children. Oh, that was like me 15 years ago, 14 years ago. I was like sitting, and they were like guests, or like people like they were well-known people like sitting as guests, but then we were like the village kids, so we would come and sit down and watch a Fafifianga that was for the guests. And I was like, oh wow, how time flies by, and the goodness of the Lord. Like, that used to be like me sitting there, but it's an amazing experience and a great sight to see of how far I came at. Yeah. We really did it.
My final question is, next week is the Samoa. I know it's been a dream of yours since you wanted to go.
Yeah.
If by next week you are crowned the next Miss Samoa, how will you use the Miss Samoa platform to bring to the attention of people what you are advocating?
I believe this is what we're told when we were young up until now. We don't have the resources. That was what we were told. But I truly believe because if people that are well known, they have they're rich in life, if they can have it, how come other people can't have it? And it's something that's still renounced in my head. But I'm also part of so many community projects, and we usually call out to do projects into areas of vulnerable communities. And I could really see the potential in them. They have so much potential in getting things like. To be transformed from being vulnerable to having the strength to empower other people, because I believe our people are bright people. They're no doubt they know the Fa Samoa, they were brought up with the word, and there's no excuse in them having, we're not smart enough, we don't have enough, we have enough. And I think our greatest resource is our faith in God, because we were a chosen country to have this privilege to know about Jesus. And it's a testament to our faith in God and in ourselves. And I'm here today because it was my faith in God that He was going to make things happen for me. Because I come from not a wealthy family. We don't have things, but it was through my faith and hard work, and through a lot of not being lazy, but getting involved in so many community works and so many community outreach. That's where you build connections. And there's also emphasizing the strength of our net worth is found in our networks. And that is something Samoa has. It's not about what you have, but it's who you know. And I'm here today, it was through the hard work of coming outside of the house, going into communities, going into groups, forming people, bringing people together, just going out there, and then you will be given heaps of opportunity to say something, heaps of opportunity to initiate something. And yeah, that's the testament of my faith. I'm here today because I believed in myself that I was capable of being here. And it took a lot of work, courage, and collective effort. And yes, and it's been an amazing journey so far, a lot of growth in the heart, the mind, and the soul. And I believe everybody deserves a shot. And for our younger and a wider, younger Tamaita Samoa, I think you guys can do this. I'm here today. I'm not from a rich family, or I'm not from anywhere that's like things are well provided for you, but it was through my hard work and studies, having to transition from working and schooling at the same time. It was through that resilience, coming from something that's hard, that's quite important, that when you see it, it's quite impossible to come out with, but it's in your faith in yourself and believing in what you can do and what you're capable of. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. You've come this far.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, it's been a long journey.
It's been a long journey, yeah.
So do you have anyone you would like to thank?
Well, first, thank you, Lord, for this amazing opportunity. Not everybody gets to have it, but He has put His trust in me to be here today and to advocate for this hope that He's been putting in me. Second, I would like to thank my family, my sisters, my mom, and my grandmother. Olo tap-tapwa imay matofale, pamanvia tua. I want to thank my sponsor, Dami Khan Company Limited in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for making this happen, because you saw something in me that I didn't really see. But here I am. I'm here now, promoting your brand, proudly promoting your brand, and I'll forever remember this experience and these memories forever, because you made it happen for me. And lastly, I want to thank Onomia for building such an amazing platform. They've planned it so well, and we could see the difference from in the past years. Since 2023, there's been a lot of changes and a lot of things that's been added into the platform. And for believing in us girls, because we thought this was just a beauty pageant and that's all, but you have nurtured us to make sure that there's a long-term impacts that we can put onto other generations, and that is the wealth of this experience. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of meeting this year's Digital Miss Samoa Pageant Contestants 2025. Now today we are speaking with contestant number 11, Feagaimaali'i Soti Mapu, Miss Paradise Finance.
Talava, Marc.
How are you today? It's been a busy day.
It has been a busy day. I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
It's good to
You
hear.
guys need some rest.
We do.
The pageant just started, but it's a very busy week already.
It has, but can't complain.
Exactly, part of the journey.
Part of the journey.
So, Feagaimaali'i, can you tell us about your story? We all want to hear about you. So what's your story?
Absolutely. I guess first things first, you've already mentioned my name, but Olo Wingoa o Feagaimaali'i Soti Maku. I'm 24 years old. I'm from the villages of Maungafiafia, Paisala, Falilima, Neafu, Sangone, Savali, Wailunga, and Iva. And my story, there's really not much to say about me, to be honest. I was born in Savali, spent most of my years in Samoa. My preschool, Paisala preschool, went to Mota'a preschool, then went to Api Primary School, Samoa College, did foundation year at the National University of Samoa. Then I was fortunate enough to have received a scholarship to go study overseas, where I've since graduated with a Bachelor's of Philosophy, Politics and Economics from the University of Adelaide in Australia. And since returning home, I've been serving at the National University of Samoa as a sociology lecturer. And that's my story. I'm the youngest of 7. Because I'm the youngest. But that's who I am. I love nature. I love traveling. I've been fortunate to have traveled a couple of countries around the world and been to China. I'm sure you know the beauty of China. And I also can attest to the beauty of China and its people and the innovation that I was able to witness there. But coming back to Samoa has been very fulfilling, to say the least, and couldn't be anywhere else.
So coming all the way from the big island of Savali, you're one of the local contestants this year. So tell me how it feels like to be the local.
Yeah, very honoured and privileged. I feel that not everyone gets the opportunity to be on such a platform to represent their villages, their communities, and most especially their families. And I'm just very grateful. I feel very blessed to have the support of my parents, my families, my villages, my many, many villages that I always try to list out as much as I can. But I can never negate or neglect one of those villages, because it's part of who I am and my identity, and representing those villages means I'm representing my identity in the village that raised me as well. So very honoured to be a local contestant in this year's pageant.
Yeah, I noticed with how many villages you just said right now. But it's good to represent all of your island as well.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, sa oi foi le upu o le Samoa e te Leona.
Thank you for that, Feagaimaali'i. So tell me another part of your story. What made you join this year's Miss Samoa pageant? What was the motivation?
Yes, so I joined the Miss Samoa pageant this year because I see it as a meaningful opportunity to pay tribute to my heritage, to represent my family, my communities, my villages, but also at the same time, being part of the pageant and being involved in the pageant means to celebrate the Fa'a Samoa while contributing to its promotion and its preservation as well. I'm also someone who is always up for a challenge, and I saw this experience as an opportunity to learn and to inspire young Samoans to live the dream and to really go after their goals. So, yes.
So, Feagaimaali'i, when you first joined the pageant, what were certain areas and topics that you wished to highlight?
Upon joining the pageant, the 2 key areas and topics that I wanted to focus on was education and cultural preservation. Education is empowerment and culture is identity, and I believe these 2 go hand in hand. I believe that through education we can further our understanding and pride of our Fa'a Samoa, and therefore be able to contribute to the promotion and preservation of our customs and traditions and our language, especially in our Ngangana Samoa. So yes, those were the 2.
So, Feagaimaali'i, you just got back from a 2-day retreat at Feagaimaali'i. You met a lot of the people, the community there. And you also received the mentorship program from Samoa's greatest women leaders. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, absolutely. It was quite an honour and a privilege to have spent the past 3 days in Potasi Falealili, being welcomed with open hands and really feeling the love, le alofa, le fa'aloalo, and the respect by the people of Falealili, and particularly Potasi Falealili. I think for me, being able to connect with incredible female leaders that we had over the past 3 days through our Anofale mentorship program really reflected what I believe is the essence of this platform, and that is it's the Miss Samoa platform, or the Miss Samoa pageant platform, is for the collective, and I really felt that in Falealili, considering they were not our families. We, at least for me, that wasn't where I was from, but I was treated, and we were all treated like family from the morning until night. They provided all the food, they took us everywhere, and that is the hospitality of Samoa that you wouldn't find anywhere else. But again, it was really about the collective and people coming around to support each other, and again, I'm just felt very honoured and very privileged and very blessed to have had to have spent those past couple of days in Potasi Falealili.
So, Feagaimaali'i, here's my last question for you. Next week, you will be on the Miss Samoa stage. If you are to be the next Miss Samoa, how will you be using that platform to bring to the attention of people what you are advocating for?
As I mentioned before, the two causes that I am advocating for are education and cultural preservation. I believe these two go hand in hand. Through education, we can ensure that our language, our customs, and our traditions continue to thrive across generations. I believe that education is empowerment and culture is identity, and through this platform, I would aim to create and support initiatives that make cultural knowledge more accessible to young Samoans, both in Samoa and abroad, that can start from encouraging the use of our Samoa and our Samoan language, to engaging communities in cultural workshops and to storytelling projects. And through this platform, I hope to be the bridge between the two, between education and cultural preservation, inspiring our people to learn, inspiring our people to lead, and inspiring our people to hold on to what truly matters, which is those values that ground us as Samoans, and the cultural and our language and our customs and traditions. Yes.
That's great to hear that. Now, you didn't come on this journey alone. Do you have anyone you would like to know?
Absolutely. I can't pick just one person. As they say, it takes a village to raise a child. It has also taken a village for me to be on this platform, through the support of my parents and my team and my sponsors and everyone who has supported me throughout this journey. I'd just like to show gratitude. There's not enough words to show gratitude for the support and love that I've received and I've felt throughout this journey. So whaftai te le lava, ai nai o mātua, nai o ainga, o nuu le e kalesia, mai uma o loo lango mai le nei wha moe moe, sanga wha manuia le atua, and so fua me e manuia.
Samoa Pageant Contestants 2025. I'm your host, Leota Membrere. And joining us today is the first contestant, all the way from New Zealand, Paulina. Talava and kia ora, Paulina.
Talava ma tēnā koutou.
It's good to have you back in Samoa. I know you had a busy start to the pageant.
Just a little bit.
It's been a busy day. I know you guys went to the US, BSP, to the Pacific.
It has been a busy day, but very blessed. Blessed to be busy, blessed to have seen and met all the people that we've met today.
Well, again, welcome back to Samoa. So, Paulina, for our audiences, can you introduce yourself and tell us your story?
Ia whaatalofa atu I le paia ma le malu o Samoa ua potso o a'u o Paulina a ve'ese tapu I Soti le tausala Samoa mai New Zealand e lua se fululima o tausanga ma o te sau mai nofo ali'i sa whaato I le whanga sa tapuala sa pali'i sa le lolonga sa ngone o a'u fo'i o le teine o le tai I whale umanono Ia vi I le atua o maua le sui tau vanu mera tasi Mantango fia la u sui tau vanu mera Yeah, and just a little bit about me. I am obviously from New Zealand. Tēnā koutou, tēnā Tato katoa. Very blessed to have been raised in a bilingual home where we spoke Māori, English and Samoan. Just a little bit about myself outside of the pageant world. I did dabble in some rugby, was very blessed to have represented Auckland over in Auckland, New Zealand. I do have 3 dogs who keep me very busy on my days off, walking, hiking, running, and yeah, other than that, I love to sleep and eat.
That's good to hear. You have a lot of hobbies.
Yes, sleeping and eating is one I take very seriously.
So you've come all the way from New Zealand for the pageant. Now tell me, how does it feel like to be back home?
I'm very blessed in so many ways, and one of them is that I come to Samoa every year, usually about twice a year. This time obviously is very different to what I am used to. It's a lot of lights, a lot of camera, a lot of action, a lot of makeup and get ready. So I felt very privileged and honored to experience Samoa in this way. I'm being invited into spaces I've never been in before. Was able to see the bank and go into the National University of Samoa today. So I'm very excited for seeing Samoa in this new lens this time around.
So can you tell us, what was the motivation of you joining the Miss Samoa pageant this year?
It's something that I think every Samoan girl has obviously seen, watched, grown up with. And Litara said at our retreat, there's a tausala in every ainga, and I truly believe that. I believe that there is a tausala in every ainga, and I just took that calling much more seriously this time around. I truly feel like this was genuinely a calling from God. And one that I answered wholeheartedly, and since then He has brought me the rest of the way here up until today, and He will continue to guide me through my journey. So very simply, it was a calling from God that I answered, and everything from this point forward is in complete control of Him.
Now you mentioned the retreat. I understand it was all the way in Feagaimaali'i. Yes. Now it's quite different from you coming from New Zealand all the way to the other side of the island. So tell us, how was the 2-day retreat in Feagaimaali'i?
I won't lie, I had a few reservations when I found out we were going Kuwa. But man, how much I miss it right now. Everything was just like only a few steps away from me, and it was just so beautiful. As soon as I saw my team when they picked us up yesterday, I said, talofa lava o wa'u le tēne le masangi le kuā. So I'm not used to these mainland things, sorry. What's a shower like with this water pressure? I'm not used to it. No, it was amazing. I think that Onomia Productions obviously value this platform so much, because not only were us who especially come from overseas, who are a part of the diaspora, able to experience an authentic village life, we were also very blessed and honored to be mentored by some of the Anofale mentors. And it was just a great moment just to really be one with God's creation, one with my sisters, my pageant sisters, and really one with Samoa in terms of the whangua, the land. What a humbling experience, and definitely one that I will hold so near and dear to my heart.
Aside from the mentorship program, I heard that you guys really live the island life, waking up early in the morning, sweeping. No, it
was really good. Yes, it was. We did have to go around the land and pick up all the rubbish. But surprisingly, I had a lot of fun doing it. I actually woke up early the second day to do it all over again. It was a very good bonding experience, a very different bonding experience than what I'm used to, but one that was very good. But yes, we very much lived the island life. Sweaty, ie lava lavas, that was our dress code the entire time. That was our evening wear, our gala wear, our everyday wear. It was really nice. Really felt like a local.
And I know this will be memories that you'll cherish forever.
Absolutely.
Now, Paulina, my main question for you would be this. Next week is the Miss Samoa pageant, and of course it's been a dream of yours to be on that Miss Samoa stage ever since you were a little girl. So, if you are our next Miss Samoa, how will you use the platform to bring to the attention of people what you are advocating for?
As part of the diaspora, I feel more especially that the anganu'u is so important to help keep our Samoan history, keep our Samoan traditions, keep our Samoan culture alive. And if I were to ever be honored with the title of Miss Samoa, I would hope that I could be able to make those teachings, like the Anofale program that happens here in Samoa, that's over I think about a few months or a couple of months period. I would love to make that accessible to our diaspora overseas, whether that's doing online classes, whether that's inviting girls from overseas over to take those programs and take it over there, and being very strategic in that as well. I think for me especially, having struggled with my Samoan identity growing up and recognizing now as an adult how important it is to me, and how much of my Samoan anganu'u is part of my identity, I feel very strongly about our girls overseas to come back home and feel home, not look at this as a vacation spot, but really take in the fact that this is where they belong.
And that's great to hear, Paulina. You didn't come on this journey alone.
No.
So, would you like to give thanks to anyone?
I would. Everyone. But first and foremost, always God. Like I said, this journey started with a calling from Him, and it'll end as He wants it to be. And everything in between is all guided by His divine plan for myself and my pageant sisters. So I just want to thank God for choosing me to be one of the 12 soldiers to take on this amazing opportunity. I also want to thank my family especially. I feel like this is just an experience that unless you have seen it and been a part of it for yourself, you don't really grasp how special it is. It's such an honor to be able to make my family proud in this way, and to carry their names and carry their legacies and carry what they've instilled in me and show it to everyone in the way that we will be in the next 2 weeks and have in the last few days. I also want to give a huge thanks to my amazing committee, who are obviously my sponsors here, the Miss Samoa New Zealand Committee. Without their, passion for the platform of the Miss Samoa pageant, this wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be here at all. Myself and the former tausala that have also worn the same crown that I wear here. I also want to just give thanks to all my supporters and all the supporters of all our girls. Samoa is very lucky this year, as they are every year, that they have a quality group of girls who are here for a genuine passion for the platform, and I'm so excited. Again, whether I wear that crown or whether one of my pageant sisters wears that crown, I know we are in great hands. But I also want to give a special shout out to my village of Feagaimaali'i, who I hold very near and dear to my heart. Lying in Feagaimaali'i is my late grandmother, Leota Frost, and I feel her presence now more than ever. I can hear her telling me to go with a red lipstick, wear gold jewelry, don't wear silver. I can feel her guiding me, and Feagaimaali'i, I hope above everything I can make you proud, and I can show the same resilience as my late grandmother. Yeah, that's everything for me.
Talava, Paulina, and I wish you all the best with the upcoming pageant. Tato Talava, and we are back again with another episode of meeting this year's Digital Miss Samoa Pageant Contestants 2025. Now joining me is our contestant all the way from the United States of America, contestant number 5, Marilyn, also known as Miss Samoa USA. Talava, Marilyn.
Talava.
Welcome to Samoa.
Thank you.
Today, it's been a busy day, right?
Today has been very busy, but not too busy. It's just full of interviews, and we had 3 events that we attended before we came to the STA Valley, so they've been keeping us busy, but it's good.
Well, it's just the beginning of the pageant.
Absolutely. Yes.
Now, Marilyn, I know everyone would like to meet you, so for our audience, can you tell us your story, tell us who you are?
Absolutely. I am a Marilyn. I'm 23 years old. I hail from the villages Inge Samoa, Sale'aumua, Apia, and Salelonga. And in American Samoa, I hail from Pango Pango, Sia'iniu, and Feagaimaali'i. Yep, I'm like it Las Vegas for you. All the way from Las Vegas.
So can you tell me, this year there's 6 local contestants and 6 overseas. So how do you feel like to be back home as the overseas contestant?
So this is actually my first time ever here in Samoa. And as I was kind of pondering on the experience, normally when I travel anywhere within the States, I start to feel homesick. But ever since I've been here, it feels just like home. It's been so breathtaking to be able to speak my native tongue to my people in our homeland. And so that's what I really enjoyed about being here, is enjoying the interactions with our people, seeing, things in Samoan everywhere, and that's been good for me.
So can you tell us what motivated you to join this year's pageant?
At first, I wasn't even going to run for Miss Samoa USA. And then the opportunity came about again, and I said, well, why not? And that was kind of the same mentality for Miss Samoa. It came about when I was crowned as Miss Samoa USA. And my team was like, okay, so, normally we go to Samoa. And I was like, I don't know about that, because it's a bigger platform here. And it's a bigger thing with our Samoan people. And so it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's an opportunity for me to come and represent our people back in the mainland and showcase my joy and my happiness for my culture and my appreciation for it as well.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're very happy. This is your first time in Samoa, so how are you finding it?
I'm finding it amazing. It's beautiful here. My body is covered in ngamu bites. So yeah, I'm like, that's the only thing, that's the only downside, is being eaten by the ngamus. But I'm trying to find a blessing in that somewhere. Let's go sue it. But when I find it, I'll let you know.
Well, the mosquitoes are welcoming you home.
Well, whatever I always.
But maybe this will be the start of you coming maybe every year
more often.
Samoa,
for sure.
I know you love it so much. This is your home. So welcome back again.
Thank you.
Now, here's one question I'll ask you. You told me your story that it didn't really cross your mind to join the pageant as well. And you just came about and you said, why not? So you'll be on that stage next week, and let's say you're crowned the next Miss Samoa. So how are you going to use that platform to bring to the attention of people what you advocate for?
My main advocacy, if that's the right term, the main thing that I want to advocate for is accessible and affordable health care. Because that's what I do for work. And so a lot of the patients that I've dealt with are mainly, on this side of the world, are mainly out of American Samoa. And it takes these patients getting to critical condition for us to be able to say, okay, now it's our time to come and pick you up and take you to where there's better care, more affordable care. And so I think that's something that I would implement, is trying to figure out a way that we could make that possible and available here on island, so it doesn't take having to hop on a plane and go and find it elsewhere when we could provide it here for our people.
Well, it's good to hear that that's your focus area, because I know there's a lot of areas that a lot of people want to focus on. Can you tell us what your occupation is, just to give the background of what you just said?
Yes, I'm a communication specialist for air ambulance with a company called Optimum Medicine. Yes.
Well, that's good to hear, so that you can connect your work and your pageantry side. Because we've had Miss Samoas who've also been nurses, and then they've bridged culture and health in Samoa. For example, one of the Miss Samoa and also former Miss Pacific, she held the title for a long time. She was a registered nurse, so she bridged that connection with health and also from the pageant. So it's good to hear that you're doing that as well.
She was an awesome miss, and so
she was perfect.
She set a great example.
And the longest reigning Miss as well.
Yes.
So, Amaryllis, you've come all the way from America. It's not a short journey, it's quite the plane ride.
Yes.
And I know you haven't done it alone, so would you like to take this opportunity to thank the people who helped you?
Absolutely. My team and I wouldn't be able to do this without all of our sponsors. I know my team carries a lot of the financial load for this, and so I just want to extend a thank you to them for all of their hard work behind the scenes, especially to our directors, Malia and Tofu, who have put in all of the shoulder work, all of the work to push this forward and to make sure our designers are all set in place. Also to my family back home for all of their love and support as well. I know it's not easy being so far away, but the love and support that comes through messages and calls and posts and things like that, it's all felt. So it's heartwarming, and I'm so grateful for it. So thank you for the time.
That's great to hear, Amaryllis, and I give you a big whakatau to Talava for speaking to us today, and I wish you all the best with the pageant ahead. Samoa 2025 pageant. Now today we have the honor of interviewing our last contestant, all the way from New South Wales. I present to you Priscilla Tato. Talo for Priscilla.
Talava, malu lava le soifua mawa valelangi e mama. Thank you for having me this evening. It's so good to be back in Samoa, back to my roots. So a big fat malo atu and thank you.
Welcome back home again. I know you're very happy to be back in Samoa. May I ask, what's the last time you've been to Samoa?
Actually, the last time I came to Samoa was last year. I came for the Miss Samoa pageant as well. So I came during the last week of the pageants. And it was nice to experience it as not a participant, but someone who's watching. So I'm on the other side of the fence now as a contestant. So I'm grateful that I've had the experience last year. So it's good to be back in the pageant now.
So Priscilla, tell us about yourself. The villages you come from in Samoa, and some of your hobbies, whatever you like.
Yeah, beautiful. My name is Priscilla Tato. I am 26 years of age. I was born and raised in Sydney, Australia, and I come from the villages of Faleatiu, Falelatai, Leauva'a, Leulumuenga, Manunu, and Fa'ala, all the way in Savali. My upbringing, I attended school at Chester Hill High School, and then I went on to study a Bachelor of Nursing with the University of Sydney. Graduated from that, praise God. Then I commenced my role as a registered nurse at Fairfield Hospital, and that's when I started, and that's when my passion for people commenced. And then following my occupation there, I continued my study more with the University of Technology Sydney, and I ended up graduating with my certificate of acute nursing just to gain a bit more experience and a bit more skill for my job. And I guess in terms of hobbies, I love my sports. I love to play netball. I played netball for about 10 years before I started working as a registered nurse. And also another part about me, I'm a Sunday school teacher at Life in the Spirit Ministries in Sydney, Australia, Prestons. Also a preacher, also a youth leader, and part of our media team that does the screen and the lyrics. I am also the daughter of Pastor Filippo Tato and Lillian Tato. So if you're watching, hello Mum and Dad, we'll see you very soon. But so honoured to be back home, very grateful. Yes, thank you.
You've done quite a lot for at a young age, actually.
Praise God all the time. Glory to God always. I'm very grateful to be in a position where I am, and I truly believe that God has placed me in a position such as this, and I have very, very, very loving parents that have supported me through my journey. So I just want to send my big love to my parents and also my church family. I couldn't be where I am without their love and support. So truly, truly grateful.
You mentioned earlier that you are very, very happy to be back home. Just tell me about your journey so far.
Yeah.
Have you been to visit family since you're back? Friends as well that live in Samoa? How's that been?
Thank you. Actually, the day that I did arrive to Samoa, I wasn't expecting anyone to be at the airport. I arrived at 1 a.m. in the morning, and of course everyone is sleeping. It's a working day. I didn't expect anyone to come, but my village in Feagaimaali'i, they arrived, the mothers ministry, the fathers community, the leaders, the matais, they all came to visit me, to whaula me, and I was just immensely grateful. And then that same day, we attended the whaafe at Feagaimaali'i at 3 o'clock that same day, and the amount of love, the amount of warmth, the amount of joy, the amount of peace that I felt was different. It was different to Australia, and a lot of them have their own families, have their own jobs, but they kept that aside to make time for me, to make time for my team. And it really, really shows the love that Samoan people have for one another. Even though I haven't been back for a while, or no matter how long I've been away, the love never changes. And that's what I love about Samoa.
Quite an emotional
It
story,
is.
Priscilla, and it's good to have you back home.
I love that. Thank you.
So moving on to the pageant,
Yeah.
I want to hear your story.
Yeah.
What's your motivation behind going to this year's Miss Samoa pageant?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it would start back all the way to entering the Miss Samoa New South Wales. So in July we had our Miss Samoa New South Wales pageant, and it took a while for me to apply. I was actually one of the last contestants to apply for the pageant, and I guess it was out of fear of and nervousness of something I've never done before, being in the unknown, and I like to be comfortable. So it was a bit uncomfortable, but I truly believe that God put me in that place and pushed me to apply to not only showcase who I am as Tamaiti Samoa, but to glorify Him. So as I mentioned, I was one of the very last contestants to apply, and I guess that's when my journey started. And I guess when I was praying in that moment, the thought that came to me was, you have nothing to lose but everything to gain. And that was what motivated me to push myself to get uncomfortable. And I guess as a nurse, I wanted to build myself. What can I offer to Samoa if I was to come here? I didn't want to come with nothing. So I really took the time to study, learn a bit more about our culture, learn about how I can serve in my field of health. So I think being a registered nurse, that's really what pushed me in terms of health in the hospital I work at. There are so many Pacific Islanders that come through, and one of the main reasons why they come through is because they ignore the symptoms, or they refuse to come to the hospital until it's too late. And unfortunately, some of those times they are diagnosed with end-stage heart failure or end-stage renal failure when it could have been cured at the beginning. But the issue is they refuse to seek treatment, and I really wanted to research in the why of that. And I can even testify for my dad is the exact same. He will refuse to go to the doctor, refuse to take his medications, and I guess it sparked something in me to figure out what can I do to help our people to take care of themselves. And I guess this is a perfect platform for me to use, to be able to use the skills that I have to reach out to our people and help our people, because at the end of the day, our health is our wealth more than anything.
What an inspiring story, Priscilla. You've had quite the journey before the pageant has even started. You should give yourself a pat on the back for that.
Thank you.
Now, winning Miss Samoa New South Wales title, and now you're here for the Miss Samoa pageant. When you first decided to join, what were certain areas or topics that you wanted to highlight throughout your pageant journey?
Yeah, beautiful. I think it's needless to say that health is my biggest advocacy, especially prevention of health. We've heard it multiple times, prevention is better than cure, but I'd also like to focus on the management of chronic illnesses. What about our people that already have diabetes? What about our people that already have heart failure? And I guess education looks a bit different for them, and that includes taking your medications on time, having a no added salt diet, or substituting various foods for healthier options. So, and that's something that I learnt whilst working in the hospital, is that often our people think, oh, it's too late, I've already got the disease, I've just got to go with it. But no, you can manage it, you can live a quality life when you know what to do. So I guess that's my advocacy, I guess, with health, and also incorporating our culture into our health, because they go hand in hand.
I guess you'd be following the footsteps of a former Miss Samoa as well, Paulina,
Yes,
who was
yes.
also a nurse actually.
Yeah.
So it's good to hear that you're highlighting health.
Yeah.
It's a priority for our nation as well.
Yeah.
Now, Priscilla, you guys just got back from a 2-day retreat in Botasi.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that retreat? I
Yeah.
know you were also given a mentorship program with some of Samoa's greatest women leaders.
Yes, thank you for the question. I guess when you think of resort, you think of a hotel, you think of, a nice ocean view on a balcony and, mocktails on the beach. But this resort was a bit different. As you mentioned, it was in Botasi Feagaimaali'i. So it was an eye-opener, actually. We woke up at the crack of dawn and, we didn't go for a swim. We went to pick up the rubbish, and that's what we did early in the morning. So welcome home, welcome to Samoa. This is the Samoa. We need to, embrace Samoa for its entirety, not just the beautiful resorts, but also our people that are actually building our foundation and developing our Samoa. So it was nice to be in a peaceful environment. The girls, we all slept in an open home, a fale. We had our mattresses all lined up, open fale, no mosquito nets, which I'm normally used to. But waking up to the sound of the ocean and the sounds of the animals, it was very different. I wasn't used to it. But as you mentioned, we had our mentorship with the leaders, and that was an eye-opener. I didn't really know how much value and how much grace and how much power our women hold until I met those beautiful women. And I had a one-to-one session with the director of Onomea during that time, and we spoke about leadership development. And leadership development, it's different from Australia and Samoa. When it comes to leadership development in Samoa, you really need to hone into your whāsinumanga and knowing who you are so you can develop yourself. And she said that you have a voice, but you also have a place. I know in Australia everyone has a voice because everyone has the same rights, but Samoa is different. You have a voice, but you also have a place, and you need to go to the right channels to be able to present what you want to present. So it was really an eye-opener to be present in that moment, and I'm truly grateful for that moment that we had with those leaders. It was an honor to just sit at their feet and just to listen to what they had and to listen to their experiences, and I really don't take this opportunity for granted, and I'm really grateful, heart full of gratitude for those beautiful women.
I know those are memories you'll cherish for me.
Definitely. Never forget those memories. And that's why we're here, to learn more about ourselves, learn about a bit more of our culture and what we can do to develop ourselves and just to develop Samoa as well.
Okay, Priscilla, here's my final question to you. Next week you will be on the Miss Samoa stage. If the crown will be yours, how will you be using that platform Priscilla, this is my final question for you. Next week is the Miss Samoa pageant. If you are to be crowned the next Miss Samoa, how will you be using that platform to bring to the attention of people what you are advocating for?
I guess when I arrived to Samoa, there was something different, and the difference was the people. And the place where I stay at, we stay with one of our family members of the committee, and he's a teacher, and he was just sharing his stories of what hardships and difficulties that he saw in the system. So hearing his story made me want to hear more stories. So I guess if I was to win the Miss Samoa pageant, I'd really take the time to listen. I can come with my own advocacy, I can come with what I want, which is health. But I guess the main thing is hearing what the people want. Because at the end of the day, I'm not here for myself. I'm here for the people, and I really take my time just to listen to what they say, what they want, and what I can do to help them. As much as I'd love to push health and advocate for health, I really want to listen to the people first. And that would be the first thing I do if I was to be crowned Miss Samoa. Talava.
Thank you for that, Priscilla. Now, I know that you didn't come on this journey alone. Would you like to give a thanks to anyone?
Oh, thank you. First of all, I'd like to give thanks to our Heavenly Father for this day and for putting me in the place where I am today. And as you mentioned, I came with a very big team actually. So I came with the Miss Samoa New South Wales committee, my chaperone Anna, committee leaders Janice, Sonia, and also the Whānau executives. Thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate all the time that you've taken to support me, support this platform, support this purpose. So a big whaftai te le lava, and also to all my family that are on their way. I'll see you very soon. Thank you for your love, thank you for your support, and I pray that God will bless you as much as you have blessed me. Whaftai.
Thank you,
Thank you, Marc.